Here's what gets us stuck. When I earn X amount, then I'll be happy and relaxed. When I get into a relationship, then I'll be content. When I get a six-pack, then I'll get a girlfriend. Why are you two laughing?
It's there. It's just not shown. It's shown.
When I've got the promotion, then I'll feel confident. Think about what you want. Think about your intention that you've written down. Have a look at it again. It might be that your intention is the then. See if that resonates. Maybe your intention is the then. Happy and relaxed, content, be in a happy relationship, be confident, whatever it is. I would invite you to consider that the when is pushing away the then. That you are the one keeping your then at arm's distance. What if I told you that everything that you want internally is available to you right now, in this moment? That you are creating your inner state. And you can create whatever you want. We are creating all the time. We just don't realize that we're creating. Most of us are reacting to things that we don't want to happen. Most of us are in a subtle, dysregulated state most of the time of trying to get away from what we don't want to happen to us. We're in a fight, flight, freeze response a lot of the time, working hard so that bad things don't happen to us and the people that we care about. That leaves no room for creativity. Most of us don't create, we just react. And when you're reacting, it's like you're trying to run away from the scary dog. You're not running towards the ice cream van. Most of the time, people haven't got what they want because they're running away from what they don't want, which leaves them no energy, no capacity to create what they do want. This is something that I've been playing with a lot recently. On the way back from London a month ago, me and my friend John were at this 3-day coaching intensive, and we're on the train back, and it was like 1 in the morning, half 1 in the morning, and we were so entrenched in what we were talking about, what we got from the 3 days together, that we missed our train stop. And we both went, fuck. And I was thinking he was a dick, and he was thinking I was a dick, and we were both triggered for about 10 seconds. And we were reacting to the idea that we've missed our train stop. Now, like I say, you don't have to get all zen about it and just be like, no, I'm all peace and calm, I'll just go wherever the train's taking me, you know. We're like, right, we need to get off at the next step and we get an Uber. Like, that was the obvious thing to do. That's the performance bit, that's the results bit. We need to get off the next stop. Hopefully it's not too far away. We'll get off wherever it stops. We're not going to jump out the window or anything. That's called self-sabotage. And then we get an Uber back. And as soon as we regulated ourselves, which took about 10 seconds, as soon as we stopped making ourselves and each other wrong, because that's what we were doing. I was making myself wrong and him wrong, and he was doing the same. As soon as we stopped doing that, I said to him, rather than reacting, what can we create out of this? How can we be creative here, rather than reacting to what's already happened in the past? We've already missed our stop. What can we create? And he said, I don't know. And I said, I'm going to create the taxi driver as a client. So we got into the taxi, and I asked him I told him where we'd been, and asked him if he had any struggles or challenges in his life, and it turns out that he's a warrior, and I coached him on it for the 20-minute taxi ride home. And that was just fun to do. And he's got my number, and he may or may not contact me in the future, I don't know. But that was just fun. We turned it into something that we could play with, just for fun. You know, it's not going to harm anyone. I helped this guy a little bit, because I was in the zone, because I've just been on a 3-day coaching intensive. That's an example of creativity, not reacting, which is what most of us do most of the time. Most of us don't realize that it's available to us to create, right? So one of the metaphors I use is when our son Alex does some drawing and some painting, Emma will get out the scrap paper and it have all sorts of lines and drawings already on it, and Alex will maybe paint within the lines or colour in, what's already there. He's reacting to what's already there. If I give him a blank bit of paper, he's then much more free to create from something that's not even there, something that's fresh and new. Now that's a great metaphor, because we have an ability to create in every single moment. We just don't access that ability, that power that we've got within ourselves to create. So we're going to go on a break in a minute, and what will happen is we'll fall back into reactive mode. There's coffee, I react, I just drink coffee, that's what I do. But you could create. Yeah, I'm going to create that. I'm going caffeine free. Yeah, someone says, "Oh, do you want to go for a quick walk together?" And you're, yeah, that's what I do. That's reacting. But you could create that. Actually, I'm going to spend some time by myself. I don't normally do that. Or maybe you're the sort of person that always spends time on your own, and you could create that. Hey, do you fancy going for a walk together? Yeah. So I'm going to invite you to start stepping out of reactivity into creativity. And when you do, creativity is fun. Creativity is new. And yes, there might be some anxiety around it, but we deal with anxiety.
I was just going to say, stepping out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys are, what we're really doing today in this 2 days is creating a space. That's what this 2 days is about, is creating a space for what we call in coaching, transformation. Transformation is very different from change. As I said, we're not going to be doing any tools, any techniques, any strategies. This is about new ways of thinking and new ways of being. And in order for you to transform, we need to create a space, and that's what this 2 days is about. Transformation, no one really talks about this, but transformation is like caterpillar to a butterfly kind of transformation. It's such a change that the butterfly is unrecognizable from the caterpillar. And you can transform it in this 2 days, like Jan did last time, and like other people did as well. We're creating a space where you can transform, where you can create your life, because you realize that you've already been creating your life, as it were. And what got you here won't get you there. So as we go on a break, I'm going to invite you to ponder what we've talked about so far. Ponder your intention. Look at how you could create your life. I've very intentionally created my life to be as it is. I remember I saw a quote somewhere once that said, if you can't find your dream job, create it. And I did. I thought my dream job was to be a psychologist. It turns out that wasn't what I wanted to do, but it took me getting there to know that that's what I didn't want to do. And then I came across this thing called transformative coaching, and there's no jobs in there. So I had to create my own job. We're all creating our life situation, our life circumstances all the time. When you take responsibility for that creation, you can transform it. Because the power is in you, it's not out there.